out here in nature in Central Park, New York City. It is absurdly and absolutely beautiful. I am so happy to be out here in the elements on such a beautiful day in all of this land in such a compact city. We have spaces to just come and retreat. So I have the beauty all around me and the fortune, well, where I made time, where I took time, because we have the time, to come out and really enjoy this robust environment, sun kissed with all of its activating nutrients. Well, it activates the nutrients that's already in us, all the nourishments that's already in us. The sun really supports us in this way, this vast, vast way. It is so beautiful. So I miss you all. This is Heather, a Wild Love Living. A lot to report, and I didn't know when I would venture back here. And here I already am, right? I'm already here in this channel because I definitely am connected even when I'm not recording. Thinking of all of you, thinking of life and the wild love that lives in us and all around. So I hope this greeting and this time meets you in all of your wellness where it is being experienced. And if not, let me remind you that it is in you. I am so grateful. I've had some highs, lows, ebb and flows, and that's life, right? And that's why I thought this just kind of came to me, and I said, this is no better time than now to just remind you that nature is one of the antidotes, you hear me? Antidotes readily available at all times to support us, especially in this transition of seasons, moon cycles, life cycles, mind cycles, physical cycles, spiritual cycles, all of the cycles, because that's life, right? There is never any stagnation, and that's a fact. So I'm going to post myself up right here in this lovely park. I just want to give you view of everything that's happening around me. I do not have anything to support this camera, but the blessing, I do, my hands. Now the steadiness of the camera, that's a whole different ball game. But I really, 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 really am hopeful that this is meeting you in a wonderful, lovely place in space and time, and that you can identify with that in this time, in this moment, no matter what the heck is going on, that you can touch, tap, quiet in, and recognize that you are exactly where you need to be in this moment, and that everything is happening is really just a sweet nudge to get your attention, to say hello, you're here in your magnificence, you're here in your abundance, you're here in your wellness, you're here in your greatness, you're here in your absolute, you're here in what is really true for you here and now. And so I think I'm going to perch myself right here on this here grass, and then I'm going to see if I can shift the camera to say hello to all of you. I can't see. Can you see me? Because I can't see this way. But I'm here to talk to you, so I hope I have a nice angle. I'm, like I said, enjoying the day, reminding myself to come out into these wonderful elements. Because sometimes, let me tell you, I'm at it. And sometimes what I think is in support of what I need to do, sometimes I'm just going around and around and around, not prioritizing. I need to see y'all. I wish I could turn this camera around. Hope it works. I'm gonna try it. Let's see what happens. How about it? Man, I wish I could turn this around. I don't know how. I want to see talking to you. Oh well. So like I'm saying, Hopefully there is a view, but most of all that you can hear me, whether you see me or not. I'm just saying to you that I've been busy, not just physically, but mentally. And I'm noticing how there is really a beautiful reminder and a beautiful, like I said to you all, sweet nudging to remind me that really all is well. I have so many things on my mind, and oftentimes it's at play, and I find myself cycling. I'm sure some of you all can relate. But the truth of the matter is, the most amazing gift that we have is the present. There is no better time than now. I am in my foresight of what is to come, in my dreams and thoughts. I'm sure you all have it, especially as we're approaching out of another month into more of the fall season, approaching winter, also maybe approaching the end of the year. Listen, don't get ahead of yourself. This is what I'm here to remind you of. There is so much, even like now, there's so many bees out here, and I'm recognizing that perhaps this is really the season that they need to pollinate and do what they do in this ecosystem at their best, and just to let them be, commune. But listen, also don't lose focus, because listen, they say this is where we are always. You just coming to visit. So I'm saying all of that to say, Wild Love Living is right here and now. And I just want to encourage you to recognize that, especially as we transition, to take care of yourselves and to really look around and see how you can do that in the most natural, sustaining way that is no harm to you or anyone else. And that might mean trying on something new. What you were doing in the summer may not work in the fall. And I have to say, even me, I have a specific way I like to do things, I like to eat a certain way. I like to move a certain way. And it's really good to have a rhythm for myself, especially. And you might find that to be true. But guess what? As I'm doing some of what I was doing before, at this time, it's not necessarily serving me at my best, And how do I know? Because I'm pausing. It's nudging me to pause. It's nudging me to slow down, feeling the shifts, So I'm shifting what I even eat. For me, I need food that's going to ground me a little bit more warm. So am I eating all the raw foods that I was eating before and loving as always? Not necessarily. But you'll only know that if you allow yourself to take a pause, to really slow down and honor yourself. Be in gratitude. It's a lot of times we're looking outside of ourselves for answers, and meanwhile, all the answers are in us, and they always are. They're always here, always within us, always, in all ways. So I'm saying those are some of the things that I've been experiencing. So hopefully this is support to you to know you're not alone if you're feeling some shifts. Remember, they're just they're sweet nudges. Hug into those experiences and, receive them. Allow them to be in your body, in your mind, in your thoughts. Meditate on them. Slow down and say, what are these feelings coming from? Look at your environment. Maybe you need to shift some things in your environment, inside and out. Yeah? And so I just want to encourage you and to do it with ease. Do it with ease. Do it with ease. Because again, we often are looking outside of ourselves for support, affirming, confirming, and truthfully, when you start with you train others how to do that to you, not for you, but to you. So, and not even to be concerned about others. But I tell you, you be the example That's one of the things, and one of my favorite quotes is from Mahatma Gandhi. Be the change you want to see in the world. You be the change. You know, have that wild love living that is inside of you. Let it be vast. Let it be uh, vivacious. Let it be vibrant. Let it be radiant. Let it be luminous. It is needed in and all around you. So yeah, maybe you need some changes and shifts in your environment. And guess what? You do not have to go break your bank. You don't have to try to keep up with nobody else. If you're researching information to get some ideas, that's all it is information. Information. You know, go in for the information. You know, if it's going to cause you any kind of consideration that it may not be the right thing at the right time, that's okay. Trust that when it's needed, all will appear. And yes, sometimes you got to take a leap. And in that leap, it's a leap of faith. Yeah, a leap of faith. And that's good. That is good. Have that be. And you know, all of this is really a cultivating, which this channel is about. Wild love living sustainably well, inside and out. Freedom and joy. And that's a life journey, but also an invitation always. So have fun with it. Be out in nature with it. Have this sun that radiates outside of yourself be what lights you up from the inside, even when you don't see it. You know, even when you don't feel it. It's always here. The sun never rises nor sets. It's the same thing. It's the light of the world, just like you. Just like you. So I'm grateful. I miss everyone here. For those that have been here, thank you for coming back. Comment. Let me know how you're doing. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share the video. Embrace your wild love. Embrace that inner knowing, right? That inner sweetness. And trust that you don't have to fret. You really don't. And in this season, we need our immune system to be robust. So if we're using energy trying to create beyond what is here and now for us, you know, you're really pushing, pressing, perfecting, performing, and pleasing. That ain't it. That is not it. But if that's where you are, journey on. Continue your journey. And it is revealing always. So just check in. You'll see if things are shifting in your body and your mind and your environment, maybe even relationships, right? Relationships with people, relationships with places. Maybe you don't want to go to the same places no more. Maybe you don't want to hang out with the same people no more. Or maybe you want to hang out with those people and they ain't available, right? Maybe it's you're overthinking how something gets done. You're really in the how. You know, really concerned about how something is going to happen. Let me tell you, I'm speaking to you, and I just heard you're speaking with it into yourself again, reminding yourself that, remember I told you I have all these plans, all these ideas, all this creativity, and there are moments where it flows. I mean, right? And I notice, I'm like, I'm not even it in the doing. It's just being nice and fluid, just flowing with grace, right? And then there are times it's not. So notice in relationship to what you're up to. Like I said, yourself, start with you. But if you don't see you, recognize the people around you and ask yourself, and the places you're around, ask yourself, what part do I play in this, right? And pause. And listen and feel. Just notice how your body resonates with just pausing, taking breaths, really being breath filled, really allowing your breath to move, especially because it's the one thing that without it, it's a certainty that there is no life. There is no life force. It's the one thing without it, for not a long period of time, life shuts off. So it's an absolute blessing and a gift that we have. I hope y'all can see me, y'all. I'm holding this camera. I am shifting through the light. That life force is coming from our breath, and it's always with us. Notice if it's shallow. Notice if it's rapid. Notice, just notice, and know that if you don't have nothing else, you got that, which means you have everything. Each beginning begins with a breath. Each breath is a new opportunity. I share that in my yoga practice always. I share that it's important to remember each breath, breathe with me while I say that, is a new beginning. Each breath, a new opportunity. And here is mine, to say hello to you all again, to send so much love and light your way, and that no matter where you are, wherever that is, where you go, there you are, right? Love on you. That wild love that's living in you. Feel it, see it, know it's true. It is what's needed. I'm so happy that I jumped on today. I'm so grateful for this beautiful surrounding. Again, I'm here in New York City, Central Park. Grateful to be here. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Be well, stay well. You are well already. Until next time. Share, like, subscribe, comment. I'll see you again soon. All right.